Blind dating? Keep your manners. These are my tips for your very first blind date. You guys must thought I meant an actual blind date. No, I meant your blind date with a blind person. My name is Vanity Brinsky. Welcome to my channel. If you're thinking about taking that very special blind person out, then this is your video. Let's set the scene and take you to a restaurant. These are my top 5 tips. Let's just jump right into the video. Tip number 1 is to have door courtesy. What is door courtesy, you may ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. If you're going to open up the door, tell them what side of the door you are on. Or better yet, just let us ladies open the door for you. Think about this. A door either opens up left, you swing it out like this, or you swing it out like this, or you can push it in. So it's extremely helpful when a blind person knows exactly where the door is. If we cannot physically touch that door and know the exact placement of the door, then we have the chances of veering, walking into you, which is totally embarrassing on a first date, or, just kind of going off course. It just makes us a little unsteady and a little uncomfortable. Think about it next time you open a door. It is sweet to open a door. People seem to love to open up car doors instead of letting us feel for the handle and pull it open. Now, I'm not that tall and I'm not that short, but hitting your head off of the car door because you don't know exactly where the car door is, regardless if it's open, is so painful. So if you're going to open up the door, please tell us what side you're on and direct us that, or just put our hand on the door so that way we know it's open and where it is and we can get into the car safely. All right, so I forgot to apologize for this messy bed that's behind me and everything, but yeah, guys, I just got out of the shower. I'm rocking that not date type material exactly at this moment, but hey, take me for what I am. So anyway, that leads us to number 2, which technically probably should have been number 1, but hey, I'm trying to go in order, but it's not working out. It's only 5 tips, guys. So number 2 is to ask their opinion on a restaurant or a location, because if we go to a place that's more familiar, then we ultimately are more comfortable. We already know what's on the menu, so we don't have to worry about asking the waiter or you to read us the menu or suggest something, which is fine, which we can do if you really have your heart set on a restaurant. Take into consideration that I'm not talking generally one particular type of blind person. There's multiple levels of visual impairment, legally blind, and blindness. Each means something different. I'm talking specifically about the people who have no vision or even have some vision, but they just don't want to worry about getting messy. Such as if we were to go eat spaghetti, because spaghetti is very messy. It has the sauce. You have to kind of twirl it on the fork and stuff. And hey, my kids love pasta. I love manicotti. That's my thing. But for a very first date, when you're just trying to talk and you just want to chit chat and get to know each other, spaghetti, it's not a good idea. Ask them if they have any opinions on the places that they want to go. If not, pick something simple. Hamburger, French fries, pizza, Starbucks. Another tip that people just love to do. I mean, you're a lady. I guess it's 2021 because we skipped 2020. I canceled it. But they like to pull your chair out. If you take a blind person on a date and you do pull their chair out, regardless if you're dating them, if you're a waiter or waitress or somebody, you could be their family member. But if you pull a chair out, put the blind person's hand on the back of the chair. So that way they know the location of where they're supposed to sit. When I was younger, I was taught to do this little sweeping hand motion on the seat of the chair to make sure there's nothing there, because there's nothing more embarrassing than sitting on something and you don't know it until you get up and there's something on the back of your pants. Like, seriously, that's embarrassing. So if you put their hand on the back of the chair, that spatial orientation again, they can feel their way to where they need to sit. Simple as that. So number 4 is kind of the same principle. If you're going to push them in, please warn them that you're going to push them in, or don't push them in at all. We're grown ladies. We got our grown lady swag on, we can push ourselves in. We're not babies. We can push ourselves in. Now, some ladies, once again, they like it. They like that gentlemanliness and for you to take care of their every needs. But yeah, not all women. So if you're going to push us in, warn us, or just don't do it at all, or just ask. And now we have made it to the very last tip, number 5. So what is number 5? Is it 5 o'clock? Oh no, okay, sorry guys, got a little That was corny. So let me describe clock face to you. When you're taking someone out on a date, or just a blind person if you're going to a restaurant with them in general, there is something that we like to use as clock face. Clock face is your plate, right? You have your circle plate, and if you think about it, the very top of your plate is 12, the very bottom of your plate is 6. So let's say we are having some really awesome Southern comfort food, and my mashed potatoes are at 6 o'clock, but my macaroni is at 12 o'clock. Why they won't be together, I don't know, because I like my mashed potatoes and macaroni together, but hey. Your roll is at 3 o'clock and your meat is at 9 o'clock. Why am I telling you this? Because if you do decide to go to a restaurant that's kind of fancy and you have multiple things on your plate, and I don't know, maybe you see them struggle or something, please don't cut our meat. First of all, don't cut our meat. We learned how to cut our meat when we were growing up. I hope you guys, but don't cut our meat. But what you can do is say, hey, your mashed potatoes is at 6, your macaroni is at 12, your roll is at 3, and your meat is at 9. That way we know the layout of the plate, and we're not just kind of stabbing and just making it look like, you know, everything is a mess. That is the best tip that I can give you. But I'm gonna leave you guys with one last tip, of course. If you meet a blind person, you don't have to be dating them. But if you meet a blind person and you want to shake their hand, just say, hey, I have my hand out. Or something that I learned when I was younger, which I don't like this method, so I don't really recommend it, but I'm going to tell it to you guys just so you know. If you want to shake somebody's hand, you basically put your hand out like this and go like that to the back of their hand. And that is supposed to tell the person, like, hey, I have my hand out. I was only showed that once or twice growing up when I was in my teens. I'm not in my teens anymore. But yeah, that was something that they did. I don't know if there is an actual name for it, but it is something that, you know, we were taught and we were told, and I'm pretty sure it's got lost because it's weird. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. If you have any comments, any questions, anything, leave it in the comment box and I will definitely chat back with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you next time.